Hey guys, it's yours truly, Connor, aka OKayFabe here, back on One Wrestling for another fun and intriguing OneWrestling.com Impact Wrestling review with, of course, your OneWrestling.com Impact Wrestling reporter. Now I know, it's been crazy. It's been a lot. I missed 2 weeks ago. I missed last week's because I was in Dallas for WrestleMania. It was just nuts. It was insane. But I'm back here now and I missed 1 week. I was in Dallas. Bill Apter saw me. He can cover me on this one. Apparently I'm fired. I mean, I was only late for 14 Okay, maybe there's a couple reasons I got fired.
Audio Jungle.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of probably most ages, welcome back to another fun and exciting OneWrestling.com TNA Impact Wrestling review with yours truly, Connor, aka OKayFabe, your official OneWrestling.com TNA Impact Wrestling reporter. Whew, man, that's a mouthful to say. I'm already getting dry throat right from here, just from the get-go, and we're not even 2 minutes into this thing. We gotta pace ourselves here. We're back, we're here, we're gonna kick some butt, and let's talk some Impact Wrestling with you guys today. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the OneWrestling.com video YouTube channel, I can't stress this enough. It's starting to give me a headache. If you haven't subscribed to OneWrestling.com's video YouTube channel, why haven't you? Subscribe and like buttons are right down there. Show your support, show your love to the OneWrestling.com family. All their social media links are down in the description box as well. And don't forget to head over to OneWrestling.com for all the latest wrestling news and information from, of course, all of us here at the OneWrestling.com family. Of course, the truly, the iconic, the legendary, the great Bill Apter, who, by the way, Bill, if you're watching this, a huge thank you and shout out once again for signing my copy of Is Wrestling Fixed? I mean, I didn't know it was broken, but I guess it's not. So that's according to Bill. Anyway, moving on, we got a lot to talk about and cover in Impact Wrestling, so let's get this ball started. It's ball rolling, isn't it? Party started? I screwed up already. I'm already back one day, and this is why I got fired twice. So this Impact Wrestling kicked off with Matt Hardy being furious at Jeff Hardy. Sibling rivalry. Where's their dad to take care of this? I mean, seriously, timeout in the corners. Well, I mean, there's 6 of them, so I mean, that makes it a little bit easier. But anyway, they go back and forth, and Matt basically says that it doesn't even consider Jeff a Hardy anymore. I knew it. I knew he looked like a Smith or a Robinson or a McMahon. I knew it wasn't Hornswoggle. It had to be Jeff Hardy. All right, but anyway, in all seriousness, Matt wanted to fight over the right for the last name of the Hardy boys. Really? Oh, okay, cool. We've seen stranger things happen in wrestling, so let's just keep this ball rolling with the tag team title match as Beer Money out for their open challenge. And boy howdy, their challenge is definitely answered. I mean, they're answered by Decay and the Bromans and Eric Young and Bram. Yeesh. Careful what you wish for, boys. Strap yourself in. It's going to get bumpy. This was a solid but yet crazy tag team match, with Beer Money ultimately getting the tag team title victory over this matchup as Bram accidentally hit Young with the miscommunication. Looks like there's some trouble at home between Eric Young and Bram. But don't worry. Listen, Eric Young will just cook Bram a nice dinner, and their troubles will all be under the bridge. Yeah, freaking right. We see a backstage altercation between Matt and Jeff, maybe not so Hardy, as they make the main event a tag team match for later on the evening. Matt will pick a partner of his choosing, and Jeff will pick a partner of his choosing. And basically the way it works is that whoever wins this tag team matchup, the winner of that will get to choose their stipulation for their match next week over the Hardy name. If Matt wins, the match is an I Quit match. If Jeff wins, it's Full Metal Mayhem. So basically, it's just going to be a car crash. Strap yourself in again. I already said that earlier, but that's totally fine. We're going to in for another car crash. I mean, either way, you're going to get just, Hardy versus Hardy. They did it at WrestleMania. They're going to do it again in Impact. It's going to be a blast. And even quite possibly physically. Do we check the ring area for explosives? I'm just saying, Matt would go to a lot of lengths to not get his name. I mean, you can just never be too careful. Next, we get the beautiful Maria Kanellis Bennett. I hope I'm saying that right. We gotta check that last name thing. I gotta get a birth certificate, official documentations. What do I pay you for? I don't pay you. That's right, because you fired me twice. Anyway, Maria comes out and introduces Jade as the new Knockouts champion, claiming it was because of her that Jade got all the success and now wants a title shot. And of course, Jade took that in absolute, Jade was pretty pissed about that. But anyway, Gail Kim and the rest of the entire Knockouts division comes out as Maria claims herself as the leader of the Knockouts. Instead, Billy Corgan shows up and, well, basically says, that's cute. That's what you're doing right now is cute, thinking you're the leader of the Knockouts. Anyway, Knockouts are here because they're some of the best female competitors in the entire wrestling world, and that's what proves it is the action in the ring. So tonight, Jade will defend the Knockouts Championship against Madison Rayne, and next week we'll actually have what apparently will be a ladder match to determine the leader of the Knockouts. A ladder match, you say, with Knockouts. There's a lot of things I got to give TNA credit for. They're doing a lot of innovative stuff with the Knockouts as far as throwing them into all these crazy matches. I mean, I don't think I can recall. I think maybe once or twice we've seen a women's ladder match. So I mean, this is another one for the Knockouts as far as just something that's different and exciting and intriguing. Hey, I'm just saying, when you see, listen, those women look angry enough as it is. You put like various weapons in there. I mean, geez, my wife could probably kill me with all the, stuff. And maybe I shouldn't have her watch Impact because she'll get bad ideas of things to hit me over the head with. I think that's just got to play it safe. Next, we get the X Division champion, Trevor Lee, as he issues an open challenge with, of course, his mentor, Shane Helms, in the corner, and issues an open challenge. Trevor Lee, listen, did you not just see what happened with Beer Money? Their open challenge practically brought out the entire tag team division. I'm just saying we might need to rethink this. But instead we get DJZ, drop the bass. This is what a professional reporter sounds like, folks. Anyway, DJZ actually gets the win via a quick roll-up pin, and as Helms goes to chase after DJZ, he's instead brought up by Eddie Edwards, who apparently was attacked backstage, and I think we now know who that might be. Stay in the back. There's a Helms coming through. Doesn't have the same kind of ring to it. Impact be praised. EC3 versus Mike Bennett. This matchup was crazy as they even fought before the matchup even started, but Mike Bennett actually got the win on this one via disqualification after EC3 went nuts with a steel chair. This matchup was almost everything I wanted. It was one of those ones where it's just keep going. Just forget the time frame. Forget the TV stations. Just keep EC3 and Bennett going. Although I will give credit to Maria Kanellis as she used a distraction to allow the referee to not see Mike Bennett tapping. I mean, we never saw him I never saw Mike Bennett tap whatsoever. I'm insulted that you would insinuate that Mike Bennett tapped. I know I brought it up, but just go. I'm trying to defend him. He's the miracle. I just don't. But Mike Bennett did get the victory via disqualification. But in any case, we now get a formal apology from Al Snow. Al Snow comes out to actually give a formal apology to what he did to Grado a few weeks back. Mahabali Shara... Redo. 3, 2, 1. Al Snow comes out to make a formal apology what happened with Grado a few weeks back. Now instead we get Mahabali Shara comes out, and I know I'm saying that now wrong, completely wrong, and I apologize, comes out furious and even grabs Al Snow, but Al Snow just wants to get his 2 cents in and formally apologize, saying he's here to make the next generation bigger, he's here to make the next generation better, and do what's right for Impact Wrestling. Shakes his hand, and Shira seems kind of okay with it. Until he gets attacked from behind by Al Snow once again. First of all, I must say this. Al Snow, I don't know what you're doing for your program, but I really need to follow you up because you look jacked, sir. Second of all, formal apologies in wrestling as far as done in the ring like that very seldom work out. It's kind of like contract signings. You know something's going to go down. So, I mean, Shira has part of the blame to this as he, probably should have, but I'm just afraid that, Al Snow's going to crush me like a watermelon with his biceps there. But anyway, let's move on to the Knockouts Championship match real quick. Jade successfully defended her Knockouts Championship against Madison Rayne. It was actually a very solid Knockouts title match, to be completely honest with you. It wasn't anything that was really, truly, super ecstatic or the worst matchup of the night by far, but it was another prime example that the Knockouts are really doing a bang-up job over at TNA Impact Wrestling, that's for sure. Now, we got to move on, of course, to the big matchup, the tag team main event, Tyrus and Matt Hardy Hardy against Jeff Hardy and Drew Galloway, which was absolutely chaotic. I said this before, and I've said this again. Usually tag team matches with top single stars, they sometimes are just kind of A to B matches. They're just thrown in there for the star power. You get everybody to get their abilities and matches and moments and moves in, but really it just kind of is A to B. Whereas I feel TNA Impact Wrestling has definitely done a very good job of maximizing these types of matches, in my honest opinion. But the way the match ended was just wow. Matt Hardy gets the win after his beautiful wife Rabbi comes out and hands Matt a hammer. I'd like hammer in the morning, hammer in the evening, like a hammer, and hits Jeff Hardy in the throat with it, and then gets the pinfall victory, thus making next week's match between Matt and Jeff and I Quit. Oh, but that's not all, folks. After Drew is helping Jeff to his feet, Bobby Lashley, of all people, spears Drew not once, not twice, but 3 times, holding up the TNA World Heavyweight Championship to close the show. Wow. This Impact primarily focused around Matt and Jeff Hardy. Obviously. The fact that they're feuding is nothing, I don't want to say new in a bad sense, but it's quite intriguing to see them on this level, in this plane, and of course, this company. I'm not going to lie and sit here and say that I am not intrigued at the fact that they're doing an I Quit matchup next week on Impact. I'm not sure if it's because, or if it's for their contract, if one of them is leaving. I don't know that for sure, but I'm definitely going to be tuning in next week to see that matchup. As far as everything else on the card, I feel kind of bad because I felt like Matt and Jeff did kind of optimize a lot of this Impact Wrestling. And I'm not saying that in a bad sense. It's just that, well, when you have Matt and Jeff kind of being, you know, the civil rivalry of legendary tag team status, it's going to kind of get that attention. EC3 versus Mike Bennett, I was very, very, very pleased with this week. I'm just personally selfish and wanting more. And I think that's the best way they did this with this matchup, was kind of creating a controversial ending so that we could keep the EC3 Bennett feud and storyline continuing, because this is definitely money in my opinion. The Al Snow thing is kind of funny, and honestly, I'm very curious to see where it's going to go. We'll probably see Al Snow back in the ring at some point, which I'm always personally a fan of. The Knockouts division matchup is, as far as both the Knockouts championship matchup was a solid one in my opinion, but the interesting concept of the leader, I mean, it's pretty safe to say that we'll probably see the gorgeous Maria Kanellis Bennett, I can't talk right, getting the shot and becoming the leader of the Knockouts, which I'm all for. A heel possible GM for the Knockouts could be intriguing to say the least. The tag team division, I guess, is getting a bit stronger, but with Young and Bram probably going to be going their separate ways as far as splitting up soon, I'm very curious to see what other teams will happen. I'm definitely excited for the X Division matchup. That's no joke. That is no joke. I am very intrigued to see how that X Division matchup. I said before that with Davey Richards unfortunately being injured, Eddie Edwards as a chance of being a top single star, specifically in the X Division, is definitely something I would love to see. And they listened to me. Holy moly. I know that's very kind of, I don't want to seem sarcastic, but legitimately I'm very excited that Eddie Edwards, a local hometown Massachusetts guy, getting a shot at the X Division championship. Lashley versus Drew Galloway, I can't wait to see. I just felt bad that it was kind of snuck in at the last moment as far as just being built up for this, what seems to be the next big feud between these two. I love Lashley challenging for the championship, especially after his recent heel turn over Kurt Angle, and I love Drew Galloway as champion, so I'm all for this. So it's kind of a mixed emotions for me as far as this Impact goes, not because it wasn't bad by any means, it's just that Matt and Jeff took a little bit of the precedence versus the championship, which I understand. Impact's been kind of doing that lately as far as their trend, as far as, you know, making sure to give the proper time and proper build for everything. So, in a sense, it's kind of just what you needed to make sure to give that final exclamation point on what I thought was a crazy tag team matchup. But enough of my opinions and thoughts and jibber jabber. It's time for you guys to chime in. Let's hear it. Let's have it. Let's duke it out. Okay, maybe I shouldn't duke it out with people. I just got back last week. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little excited. I want to know what you guys thought of Impact Wrestling this past week. Did you guys like it? Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite match, your least favorite match, favorite segment, and least favorite segment? I also want to hear what your favorite thought is for next week. What are you looking forward to? You're looking forward to Matt versus Jeff, the world title belt, the X Division Championship. Oh my. I know. I'm just a little kid right now. I'm just really excited. Anyway, I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in to OneWrestling.com and the Ronin Wrestling YouTube channel and this Impact Wrestling review brought to you by yours truly, Connor, aka OKayFabe. If you like my stuff, make sure you also check out my YouTube channel as well as the entire OneWrestling.com family. All their social links are down in the description box below. And listen, I know I talked to you about the whole subscribing and liking thing at the beginning of the video, but there's still a chance. There's still a chance. You just got to hit them right now. It's fine. I'll forgive you from earlier if you just do it now. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate the continued love and support. Make sure you follow us at OneWrestling.com, at Apter1Wrestling on Twitter. Head over to OneWrestling.com and, of course, subscribe and like to here on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate love and support. And to quote the legendary Bill Apter, we will see you at the matches.